It's really a pleasure to be here with this pretty amazing, wonderful group of equalizers. I'm very inspired. My name is Dr. Nili Persits, and I am the founder and CEO of Daughter Labs, an MIT spin-out that I will be presenting to you now. So Daughter Labs is addressing the vast inefficiencies in the pharmaceutical industry that are a result of the traditional batch processing. And these inefficiencies are driving costs up and also creating a bottleneck in the development of new therapies. These inefficiencies affect all the key phases in a therapeutic life cycle, from discovery and development to scaling up and mass production. It has been shown that it is possible to overcome many of these inefficiencies with integration of inline monitoring sensors. And these sensors enhance quality and safety, improve the manufacturing yield, lower production cycle times, reduce the amount of consumables used, and also allow integration of automated controls. So why are these sensors not available? And how is Daughter Labs revolutionizing inline sensing? So surprisingly, the answer is we're doing this with a very old technology called Raman spectroscopy. And Raman is an established molecular sensing method that's been around for decades and is actually already implemented in the pharma industry. And Raman is great because it's very specific. You can integrate sensors inline, online, or at line. It's completely reagent-free, non-destructive, sterile, and automated. But most traditional Raman sensors are very big and bulky because they require spectrometers. They're also very delicate because of the internal optics that they house. Here on the right, you can see an example of a commercially available Raman system used in pharma. If you look closely, they have 4 sensors attached, but you can actually only work one at a time. This beauty costs $250,000. And to make it a little worse, it has to be in very close proximity to what you're trying to measure, about 5 meters. So while Raman is this amazing technology, it simply traditionally cannot scale up. Daughter Labs is scaling up Raman spectroscopy. So we are an MIT spinout that is leveraging years of FDA-funded research to support large-scale manufacturing of pharmaceuticals and continuous manufacturing. We are scaling up Raman spectroscopy using a patented technology called SwepSource, forming a massive Raman sensor network. How do you do this? We use a single shared tunable laser and very standard optical fiber that you may have in your apartment building delivering fast internet to deliver that laser to dozens of even hundreds of small sensors. And these no longer require these big, bulky, sensitive spectrometers. The sensors we have are compact, rugged, sterile, and can be introduced into multiple points in a pharmaceutical production line. This use of multiple sensors allows us to do big data analytics that have previously been impossible in pharmaceuticals and to integrate automated control loops. We have a proof of concept systems that has been successfully demonstrating a 16 sensor system in a continuous pharmaceutical production line at MIT for the cost of a single sensor system today. This system successfully demonstrates the monitoring of media components, metabolites, cell densities, and the produced therapeutic agent, which is basically everything Raman systems do today, only we can do it very, very efficiently over multiple points. But that's not all. Our design is actually more sensitive, allowing to reach better concentration detection and can do so in dozens of sensors and can be deployed over large distances that are suitable for large production halls. So now that you have a bit of a glimpse into what this technology can do, let's talk about commercialization. So Raman is actually used for so many different applications in a lot of chemical productions, semiconductors, and the food and beverage industry. But with this new technology that allows to have multiple sensors over distances, we can also envision new applications, aquaculture, precision agriculture, and of course, expanding the use of pharmaceuticals, which is where this technology was born and proven. And of course, there's a big financial motivation to pursue pharmaceuticals as a beachhead market. The pharmaceutical instrumentation and automation market is huge. The US pharma market is estimated at $1.5 trillion as of 2023, powered by increased demand for personalized medicine and biologics, which is exactly the type of therapies that Raman has been so successful in monitoring. Additionally, the US pharma process automation and instrumentation market is expected to reach $18.2 billion by 2029, and plant level instrumentation and controls, which is the type of system that I am developing, stands for $4 billion of that. So with these market projections in mind, we have a revenue model that aligns with our value proposition. The first is selling our solution. The model is to have the equivalent price of current systems with an additional deployment and NRE cost, but providing 20 sensors for the price of one. And this allows to do contamination detection, dose assurance, mislabeling prevention, and quality control, which are the main reasons for recalls in the US today. Next, we're providing a data analytics service, honing in an algorithmic pipeline and also integrating control to really drive reducing consumables down, process optimization, and enhance yields, which have already been demonstrated with Raman systems today. Last but not least, creating a spectral database, driving process acceleration, which allows us to connect the dots throughout the entire process and have quick turnarounds on development and create IP protection for proprietary materials developed. Our roadmap to accomplish all of these has several key milestones. First, the development. So we have a working prototype. We're currently in negotiations with the MIT Technology Licensing Office to have an IP ready for our use. We already have 4 to 5 small-scale demos with small biotechnology companies around Cambridge and are working on our MVP prototype development. Currently establishing our own lab and working on establishing partnerships as well to develop our product simultaneously. In order to do that, we also need to hire more people. We have a goal of 3 to 5 full-time employees to develop the product, algorithmic and integration pipelines, and of course, start deployments. All of our demos are currently in our lab, and we are building a prototype that can be deployed at a customer site so that we can do data collection, develop the analytic pipeline, and of course, devise a manufacturing plan for our system. All of this we hope to accomplish with our seed phase, getting us to a 20 sensor MVP with a core team at a product ready for deployment by Q4 2025. After this, we plan to continue growing, reaching a stable minimal viable product, introduce control integration, explore more applications of the system, and of course, increase the number of deployments that we have. The team leading this technology is me. I've spent the last 7 years building the system, inventing it, and proving it at MIT. Prior to coming to MIT, I worked in the defense industry doing R&D for 10 years of space sensors. So a lot of the topics that came here before were very, very interesting to me as well. And I am an Activate Fellow receiving non-dilutive grant to develop this technology. My co-inventor and technological PI, Professor Rajiv Ram, is on the advisory board. And of course, last but not least, Dr. Adi Geffen-Gilboa is a co-entrepreneur, a former CSO, and an expert in productization of complex systems who is pushing the product front of this team. Daughter is recruiting experts in pharmaceutical production, instrumentation, and automation, and would love any connections. Are asked. So we're currently looking to raise a pre-seed round of 2 million total, which is adding to the already 500K non-dilutive funding we have. Looking for more pilot locations, big or small, to validate and push this technology forward. And last but not least, looking for partnerships with corporates and domain experts to drive our success. Thank you very much, and I look forward to getting your questions.